What if I can't answer a question to a customer? And this is an amazing fear because, one, everyone has it, and it's this cognitive distortion that your brain likes to use against you. And the way that it does it is it says, if I don't do this thing, I'm a failure or a fraud, and therefore I'm going to end up on the street and my family's going to leave me. And, it scales down until pretty much it ends with death. That's how fear works. But it really is one of the simplest things to solve because firstly, you just ask yourself, is it rational for any human to know everything? And the answer is obviously no. Some of the smartest people I know don't even know everything, and sometimes they ask me questions and I sit there wondering, why are you asking me when I think you're the smartest person I know? So a lot of people might think that they should know everything, but a lot of smart clients don't expect you to know everything. Some clients obviously expect you to know more than what you think is reasonable, but there are ways around that. One of the things I like to do, and it's one of the oldest tricks in the books, is to just say, I need to check on this to make sure that I provide you the right solution. Instead of saying, I don't know, you're telling them that you're going to get them where it is that they want to go. You just want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. There are other little sneaky things you can do if you're working specifically with softwares and things like that. You could say things like, oh, the version's changed since they've implemented that. A lot of things have moved on. I need to make sure that I'm implementing the right solution for you. Give me 10 minutes. Another important way to do this is to always attach a timeline to it. Don't just say, I don't know, I need to find out, and then wander off. Always set a timeline. Give me a few minutes, give me an hour. I just want to confirm this with a senior architect, whatever. As long as you're showing them that you're going to ultimately lead them to a solution, it's perfectly reasonable to tell them that you don't know an answer. Just make sure it's not for every answer, obviously. You need to assess the project that you're about to take on, how much of the knowledge you don't have, how quickly can you get yourself up to speed, and then what are you going to do when there's ultimately a question that you don't know how to answer, in which case you do something like this. And keep in mind that if you don't know an answer, if you're a part of a community or you're part of forums and things like that, you're going to have people who will know the answer. And there's obviously AI now. It was a lot scarier when I started doing this and I literally had to read manuals. So you guys are off to a good start. One more thing on this where this question can become relevant, and that's during interviews, especially the technical ones. If you don't know an answer, that's perfectly fine, but don't just stop and not say anything after that. What I would do if I don't know an answer, I would try and show the people my thought patterns. So a lot of the time a CTO just wants to see how you break down a complex problem. Even if they know nobody is ever going to know the answer to this, they want to see where you would start. For instance, if they were talking about troubleshooting their environment, the first place you look is generally always the logs because it's going to tell you something. You could start off by saying, well, I don't know the exact answer, but if I had to work through it myself, I would probably start over here in the logs, and then I would go over there and I would check these permissions, I would look in the audit log, whatever, and you slowly build your way up so that the CTO can see, okay, cool. So he doesn't know the answer, but this guy knows how to think, and that's the most important thing for me.